Are there lessons for entrepreneurs in the Will Smith Chris Rock Oscars 2022 slap? It feels like a lifetime ago since Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped, no, it wasn't that way, it was this way, slapped Chris Rock across the face for a joke Rock told about Jada Pinkett Smith. Now that raw public reactions to the incident have died down, there's a bit of space for us to see whether there's anything we can learn from that watershed moment. Yes, the slap is a bit of old news by now, but what will always be fresh are the key insights people who are trying to build a brand in the digital age can gather, because in this digital age, judgment can be terrible and swift. You see, when you're trying to achieve success in life, it's equally important to learn from the mistakes of others as your own mistakes. Hi, I'm Paolo Kernahan. I'm a former TV journalist. Today, I show entrepreneurs and executives how to get attention, impact, and action using a video-first marketing strategy. Now, this is my personal YouTube channel where I talk about the ins and outs, the ups and downs, and the bellyaches in general of the entrepreneurial life. Now, if you'd like more marketing advice, well, you can check out my No Fuss Video channel. You can get the link in the description below. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Will Smith slap from the perspective of ordinary people, the little people like you and me. Because when you're making your way to the top, knowing what to avoid is just as powerful as knowing what to go after. In a post-Oscars slap world, what are the takeaways for entrepreneurs in the Will Smith-Chris Rock saga, particularly in this cancel culture? Well, for one thing, you aren't Will Smith. Okay, so sure, they banned Will Smith from the Oscars for 10 years. He hardly ever goes anyway. And they put some of his projects on pause. But something tells me Will Smith will be just fine. You, on the other hand, well, that's a different story. You will face different consequences if you took similar actions. But what would that look like? What does that mean exactly? Well, let's get into it. For one thing, there's legal troubles. You might not be able to just walk away without getting caught up in the criminal justice system, possibly leading to a criminal record echoing long after any confrontation or scandal. Future legal troubles. That's not something you think about when you get caught up in a heat-of-the-moment confrontation on a job site or in traffic or in the mall parking lot. That kind of thing can go wrong in so many different ways, and it can really drag your business ambitions under once the fuzz get involved. Hey, if any of what I'm saying strikes a chord with you, then feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon below so we can continue this entrepreneurial journey together. Another important lesson for entrepreneurs in the Will Smith-Chris Rock slap, the business backlash that follows that out of control or out of character moment. What you do or say can stick to your brand like Velcro. It's not fair, but that's how the world works. You also have to consider the mismatch between the image of your brand and your actions. When I think back on the Will Smith-Chris Rock slap, I realize many of us find ourselves in similar confrontational situations, but it's absolutely crucial to think about how your actions can come back to bite you in the butt later on down the road. Look, I was a television journalist. That's the bedrock of my brand today. Now, I wasn't exactly famous, but people knew who I was. They recognized me when I went out. Many years ago, I decided to go out for a night on the town with a group of friends. We went to a restaurant first. And my friends, they were raising hell. Not me, by the way. I'm just not that type of guy. Seriously. Anyway, while they were swinging from the chandeliers, the owner came across, he pulled me aside and he said, "Paolo, no one in this restaurant knows who your friends are. Everyone knows who you are. They're going to remember you for the behavior of your friends." And I said, "You know what? Say no more." And I decided to call it a night, because I didn't want anything that was happening there that evening to have an impact on my reputation. And that's something you need to consider, how your actions can echo across eternity. When you come up against a scenario that can set you off, you also need to keep in mind how difficult it can be to make a comeback. The same social media you use to boost your visibility can also turn on you. You don't want to spend years building goodwill for your business only to have it washed away overnight. Getting that trust back can be tough. Confrontation isn't always avoidable, but you can control how you react in tense situations. That can make all the difference. When you're building a business, the stakes are high. One action taken in the heat of the moment can topple everything that you've worked so hard to achieve up to this point. Look, I'm as human as the next guy. I lose my temper from time to time. I'm no Buddhist monk, but you know the future that you're trying to drag into existence. You know, so many of the obstacles and roadblocks that we find in our path every now and then, those are obstacles of our own creation, and they are entirely avoidable. Hey, before I go, I'd like to know, how do you cope with conflict situations that arise in your professional life? I'd love to hear your take on this topic. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.